Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Frida. Today I'm going to show you my empties. So these ones are going to be the last batch of empties of the year, and in this video pretty much I just show you most of the products, skincare, makeup, whatever might be that I end up, and it's just like a quick review where if I think they're great, amazing, would I repurchase, that kind of thing. They're really telling of the things that we actually really like and we keep buying over and over and over again, that sometimes I might forget to comment, or maybe you don't get to see in a different video that I made specifically talking about it, you know what I mean? So you get to see what I use in my everyday kind of basis. So I have tons of things here, and let's just start so I don't make this super long because I have been known to talk way too much. Okay, so first I have this Neutrogena Hydro Boost Body Gel Cream. I have talked about this before in my I think it was called skincare body care routine, something like that. I love this. I think this is amazing. It's one of my favorites ones. I get the fragrance free one. If you don't like anything too thick, you will love this because this is a gel and it sinks right in super quickly. And if you wear a lot of black and you don't have the patience to wait for things to dry, you are going to love this because this is, it has no color, it's transparent, so it won't transfer on your clothing, or it won't leave a mark or anything like that, like other creams can do. And that sometimes it looks terrible when you're putting like a dress, a black dress or something like that, you know what I mean? So this is really good. I already purchased this, and I think this is a staple for me. Another staple for me is this Eucerin Urea Repair Plus. I'm going to try to link everything down below, but this is really good if you have keratosis pilaris, KP. This is really good even for, a little bit of exfoliation. I don't know how much you will need it if you don't have KP, but this can be really good for any calluses or that kind of thing, because urea is a catalytic. It's a catalytic, I think that's how it's pronounced, catalytic. So it makes the keratin of your body, to detach, and it's a good exfoliator. I don't know how to explain this properly, but this is a way of exfoliation which is quite different from the BHA or an AHA. It's just another ingredient which is, quite good for the body. I wouldn't use this at all in the face because you don't want to be putting this on your face, but it's really good. And because it's, a catalytic, it will help, removing the extra keratin on the keratosis pilaris, which is, what KP is a problem in the barrier of your skin where your body produces way too much keratin and it kind of clogs the pores and it doesn't come out, and that's why it gives that really rough appearance, because it's not acne or anything like that. It's just keratin that is kind of clogged in the pores and it is stuck there. So you need to exfoliation for that, and the best way is to use urea or BHA and AHA, something in that matter, because if you use physical exfoliation, you might cause irritation and that will lead to more keratosis pilaris, because irritation and keratosis pilaris don't work well together. If anything, you might cause it to be worse, so keep that in mind. And what else do I have here? This is another one which I adore. This is the Cerave SA lotion. I would recommend this one too for KP. This is really good for, you know, rough skin, some KP pretty much. This has a little bit of salicylic acid, so that will actually help, you know, go into the pore and exfoliate that. And it's in the thinner formula, but because Keratosis pilaris is more of the right thing kind of a deal, like if you're not careful and you don't hydrate the skin properly, you're going to make it worse. So I will keep on mind that you have to make sure that you put enough moisture back into your skin, because I don't know if you have noticed, but KP gets worse if you have dry skin, or the climate has gotten drier and your skin has become drier. It gets worse in those times, so keep that in mind. This is really good though, and sometimes I use this in conjunction with the normal Cerave cream, which is a staple of mine, and I just layer a lot of creams, but it gets rid of it really well. You know, it's not magic, you have to keep using it. It's not like I will, you know, go through a bottle and then I don't have to use it anymore. It doesn't work that way. You have to keep using it, and if you use it frequently and consistently in the way you should, you one day will look at your arms or whatever you have, your KP, and you will realize like, oh my god, it looks super soft and it looks like normal skin, you know? So they work really, really well. Here I have EltaMD Skincare UV Clear. I really like this one. On its own, I don't think it's enough, but on conjunction, I do like it. And let me explain that. This has a really good formula in my opinion. It's really good for people with acne, people prone to post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, because it has 5% niacinamide, and that's a really good ingredient for the pores, for pigmentation, for different issues, but it's a really good ingredient I really like. And what I normally tend to do with this is that I layer this. This is best for normal to a little bit to oily skin. If you have dry skin, you might find this drying, so you have to use a moisturizer underneath. If you have normal to oily combination skin, you will like this a lot. Or if you put quite a bit of you know, thicker cream underneath, you will find this really good. But what I normally do with this, and why I say that I layer this, is that what I normally tend to do is that I put, you know, my moisturizer, then I put this, and this has a formula like a really thin moisturizer, if you will, and then I put sometimes on top a more mattifying or drying sunscreen, like the Makeup Prem UV if I'm going to work out, or maybe I would put just a different sunscreen on top, because what happens with this is that one pump is quite a bit. It's quite a bit for your face and a little bit of your neck, and you know, it protects you really well. But this formula doesn't really like to be layered, as in putting more than one pump, because it starts to peel. And the thing with sunscreen is that not only you have to use it, you have to use enough. And I'm not that good at reapplying sunscreen, although if I'm going to be outside, you know, in the sun doing an activity, of course I'm going to be super religious about it. But if I am just working on my desk and doing homework and things like that, sometimes I forget. So what I tend to do is putting tons of sunscreen from the beginning. And you know, even if you want to layer this later on the day, it peels. So this would be the best, as in the best sunscreen to put first and then not to layer. So I wouldn't recommend this if you're going to the beach or something like that, because honestly speaking, if you are relying only on this to put and reply, not only is going to be quite expensive, is not going to work for you, because it's going to peel, you know. So that's what I don't like about this. So if I was going to wear makeup, I don't have problem using this and putting a sunscreen on top of this, like layer 2 different sunscreens. I don't mix them though, because that can compromise the sunscreen and the way it lays on top of the skin. So I put a layer all over, wait until it dries, and then I do another layer of a different sunscreen. That's normally what I do, and it works really well for me. So I really like this. I have repurchased several bottles of this one, and you know, I really like the ingredient. I get 5% niacinamide, which is something that I really like. It kind of helps my skin to be quite clear and all of that. So I really like this product, and as I mentioned before, I would repurchase. I would recommend. I already have another 2 bottles of this in my cabinet, so you know, I do like this, and I recommend if you are someone who doesn't tend to like normally how sunscreens feel like, I would say this might be it for you. It's really, really good. Just not the best for layering. And you know, I know that I can be quite extra when it comes to sunscreen, but you're supposed to be quite extra when it comes to sunscreen, because that's how they work, you know, like if you put enough of it. And then I have the Cetaphil Night Moisturizer Redness Brown Skin. I pretty much got this because it has a good amount of panthenol. And panthenol is vitamin B5, and it helps with the barrier of your skin. I actually quite like this product, but for panthenol, I have a product which I like better. And let me get that one. I really like this. I would maybe repurchase. I wasn't crazy about it, but I find it really good suiting. Nothing wrong with it. As I mentioned before, maybe I will repurchase. I don't know. But I found my skin to be really calm with this. And I used to have dry, kind of sensitive skin. And I can overdo it sometimes when it comes to the retinols, you know. So these really help. But I got it because of the B5, so the panthenol, and I did mention that I like something better for the panthenol, and this is the Cicaplast B5 from La Roche Posay, and I don't know how you pronounce that, sorry if I didn't pronounce it well, but I'm going to try to link this down below. Shooting wise, what is more calming to the skin, this is so much better, and I think it might be because this has a higher percentage of vitamin 5. It's really, really good. Saying that though, this looks good and works well under pretty much anything, so under makeup and all of that. And this has a really balmy like texture, like the balms that your parents might put in the babies, you know, like I don't know how to describe it, but I don't mind it in the night and if I'm going to be at home, but it's not the best one if you are going to go outside. Saying that though, this is amazing. If you have, you know, dry patches or you have sensitive skin, this is amazing to repair the barrier of your skin, because quite often sensitive skin is because you might have put in danger the barrier of your skin, and I don't have the best barrier of your skin. I don't overdo it when it comes to exfoliation, but I just don't have, by nature I have KP, dermatitis, severe dermatitis sometimes, so by nature I do not have the most amazing barrier of skin. I have some issues. I tend to have close comedones too, which I am explaining because that's another problem of the barrier of your skin. And this is amazing when I have like a dry patch or a sensitive patch of skin. And what I love about it too is that normally what I used to do is I would put a lot of, you know, creams, and I will layer in that spot, and still it kind of won't be enough. Like I would put oils and things like that to try to, you know, really make sure I'm closing that moisture there and I don't have any trans epidermis water loss. And it works in that way, but what happens too is because I'm prone to closed comedones, I might get a closed comedone. And other thing that you know you have a closed comedone is that they pretty much never come out. And I'm prone to post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So what I found with this product is that it doesn't clog my pores, because although it kind of really is moisturizing, it's not crazy moisturizing, it's just enough and it's quite soothing. And I don't know, I didn't find that this made me break out or anything like that. So for that purpose, I really love this product. But as in an everyday kind of base, like in the morning or something like that, you might like this one better. Maybe you want to use both. I have found that my skin works really well when it comes to Panthenol, and I mean there's a lot of studies showing how great it is, so yours probably will too. And you know, something to keep in mind. I do recommend these two products if you're looking for a product with Panthenol. These, as I mentioned before, not the best texture if you're going to use these under makeup or on its own if you're going to be outside. This is quite white. If you dilute these, it doesn't look that whitish, but it can peel with certain products. This works better with other ones, but this one better when it comes to the ingredient. Like it has a higher amount of B5 and it's more soothing to the skin. I haven't finished this one. I'm almost done with it and I would repurchase because, as I mentioned before, I love this stuff. This I have talked about before in my empties is Fit9 from Sasha Fitness. I will link down below her site so you know all that is being claimed about this product. But you know, it's empty. I have repurchased several bottles of this. I already have one that I'm using at the moment, and you know, this is amazing for, you know, hormonal balance, energy support, all of that. You can check it down below. I like this quite a bit. I do feel the difference energy wise when it comes to this, and for some reason energy wise and how prone to bloating I am when I'm taking this. I don't know if it has anything to do with the hormonal balance support kind of a deal, but I like it quite a bit. The ingredients are really good, so you can check them out. I don't want to talk so much in depth about this. I can only find them from retailers here in Mexico, so it's quite more expensive than what you might get if you buy them from, you know, USA or another country where they actually sell this directly. But I like it. My repurchase, sometimes I'm like, this is too expensive, and sometimes I'm like, I just really like to get one more. So, you know, I am on the offense. If I can get it at a nice price, I would repurchase again, but it's kind of getting too expensive in my cup of tea, you know what I mean? So, would repurchase once I finish the bottle that I have at the moment. Probably, maybe, I don't know. I have used like easily 5 bottles of this or even more, so I like this quite a bit. It's just that I have to get them from a retailer, so I have to pay more here, so you know, not the best thing to be doing, at least not for my wallet. So next, this is T-gel. If you have dandruff or seborrheic dermatitis or psoriasis, this is the best thing ever. The best thing ever I have tried. I have tried different dermatologist grade shampoos, you know, different medicated shampoos, and this is the best thing I have found. It's super cheap. You can find it super easily on Amazon Prime, you know, and I have nothing to say that I'm in love with this. This controls my seborrheic dermatitis like nothing else. It doesn't smell the best, but it does its job. And the smell doesn't linger. Like if you use a really nice conditioner, you're okay, you're going to smell okay, you're going to smell good, but it doesn't smell that good, if you know what I mean, on its own. The good thing is, as I mentioned before, it doesn't last the smell too much. At the beginning it's quite strong, but it goes away. And yeah, this is amazing. Here I have a Cerave moisturizing cream. This is a staple. I was trying the pump thing, which is more expensive to get a pump, but I would say that don't get the pump. It's not worth it because it just works the first times you use it. After it, because you know, it's not too long, this thing, the way the bottle is made, it gets to a point quite quickly where you cannot get product out of it, and you end up putting your hand inside of it. So, you know, waste of money to get the pump. I wish they could do a different bottle like these ones, you know what I mean? Like, you know, so you don't have to be putting your whole hand there. But it's a really good product for sensitive skin. It's amazing. It's just that I'm not a fan of, you know, the dispenser, I think it's called, the bottle of it. And yeah, just to show you, here I have 2 empties of the same one. So I love this product. So here I have a Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cleanser. I love this stuff. I think this is really good for normal skin. People with dry skin, people with pretty much all types of skin might really love this product. This used to be my favorite cleanser. Nowadays I do double cleansing, which you can do with this too. The thing is, this doesn't remove makeup that well. And you might say, well, if you use makeup remover and then this, yeah, it works fine, it works amazing. But what I tend to do is use an oil or a balm cleanser, and then I would use something like a gel cleanser, and that leaves everything super clean. If I use an oil cleanser and then I use this, I feel like I still have a tiny bit of oil left. So that's why I haven't repurchased this as much, but I can say that I love this for so many years. It was my favorite. I used to adore this. I think I went through like easily 50 bottles of these in that time. And you know, it's really good. If you don't use too much makeup, this probably is enough if you work it into your skin. Like if you just work the product, you know, so it breaks everything down. But because I like quite glam makeup style, and because I tend to use waterproof sunscreens, this doesn't do the job that well. Saying that though, it's amazing. For most guys, I would say this is really good. Or if you don't put, you know, waterproof sunscreen or anything like that, or if you don't use too much makeup, this is super good. It's to find a really good price. I really like this product. Then here I have Urea Advanced Repair. This is a foot cream. I will try to link this down below. And as you can tell, I went through this. I have gone through several of these ones because I bought them in a bundle of 3. My mom loves this. I love this. It's amazing. It makes your feet super soft, and it's amazing on these times when you cannot go to see your nail feet guy, girl that often. So it keeps your feet really soft. You have to use it, you know, frequently, like with everything. But this is really good because it has a really good amount of urea, and as I mentioned before, urea is a catalytic, so it would make the dead skin of your feet go away. That's why it makes your feet super soft. Really, really recommend. This is Flawless Nightly Serum. I have gone through several bottles of this. I really, really adore this product. I really like Dr. Sam's formulations. The serums are the best, honestly speaking. When it comes to everything else, they're good, but you know, they're a little bit hard for me to find, so normally I rather get them from somewhere else, but the serums are just so on point. I love this because it has a really good amount of, well, let me tell you, it has a really good amount of azelaic acid, niacinamide, and I think it has 2% of retinol, something like that. I will link the product down below so you can check it out, but it has really good amounts of really good, you know, study proven ingredients that are super good for your skin. And I would super recommend this if you have acne prone skin because of the azelaic acid. That's a lot of azelaic acid in a product, which that's quite a bit hard to find sometimes, and that product is really good and soothing for the skin, and it helps with the breakout. So super good product. And I want to try the Brightly serum too, which is similar but not the same. I'm trying to finish the bottles that I have of this so I can try the other one. And nothing but love to say about this product. It's super good, but just check both of the serums so you find what's better for you. But this is super good, and it has an affordable price, because sometimes products like those ones can be super expensive, but that one is super well formulated and it has a really good amount of it, and it's just like a really good product. Here I have my favorite on-the-go lip conditioner. This is from MAC. It's called the lip conditioner. I love this stuff. It makes your lips super plump. You put this on, you know, before going to sleep, and you wake up and your lips are super hydrated and they look super plump. It doesn't have any menthol or anything like that, so it doesn't make your lips fake plump, if you know what I mean. This hydrates your lips a lot, so that's why they look bigger, because they're hydrated. Here I have one of my favorite First Steps double cleanser. This is the Clean Balm from Hamish. This is perfect for the first cleanse of the double cleansing. So this is a balm. This takes everything off, and I like the ingredients. I like the packaging because it's cute. But honestly speaking, what I don't like about this product, just a tiny bit I don't like, is that I have to put my fingers on, or I have to use this spatula, which I kind of lose quite often. So just because of that, I feel like I often use more product that I need, so I go through this quite quickly. So if I was going to buy a bottle of a oil cleanser, it lasts quite more than this, you know, because it's melted. I don't know, I end up going through these ones quite quickly. They are not super expensive, they are not cheap, but they're not super expensive. They are well priced for the ingredients that they have and how well they perform, but just something to keep in mind. I liked it though, I would repurchase, but you know, sometimes I mix things up, but I really like this too. And here I have Psychotic. I don't tend to have all the time a pre-workout because, you know, it's not the best thing to do to your body. Saying that though, I still consume quite a bit of caffeine, more than I should, even more so in finals, but thank God I'm, you know, done with those ones, at least for a little while. It's good. I don't have anything to say other than this is a different version than the usual. So I think, I don't know if it's because it has been a while since I tried the normal version, but I think this doesn't have as much caffeine as the normal version, so it doesn't hit as hard. Saying that though, it doesn't go like crazy high and then you go lower when it comes to the caffeine thing. But if you really need that super pick me up, this might not be enough. You know, everyone has different bodies, so you should check this first, you know, see how your body reacts. Don't overdo it. This is not the best thing for you, but sometimes there are things that you need. And yeah, will I repurchase again? I don't think so, because I think I need a little more caffeine than this, so probably their normal version might be better for me. And here I have, at the end, I have the ordinary 30% AHA, 2% BHA peeling solution. I didn't finish this, but I have had this bottle for 2 years now, so I think it's time that I get rid of this, because you're supposed to only have this for 12 months, so you know, it has been a while. And honestly, it has been a while since I used this, so you know, I didn't use it when it was expired. The thing with this is that, you know what, I don't think this is the best product. Would I repurchase this? I don't think so. I think you're better off being gentle with your skin, and you're better off getting the 7% AHA from The Ordinary, which I adore, and getting the 2% BHA from The Ordinary, I think they have, or another BHA, because these can literally burn your face. I did that by mistake the first time I used this. I only used it 5 minutes and it burned my face. And it might have something to do with the fact that I had really dry skin at the moment. So, you know, I didn't realize how sensitive my skin was being at the moment, and I, being a dumb, put this on top, so it didn't help it. But, you know, I know quite a bit about skincare, and I know quite a bit about skin. So if I can make a mistake, I can only imagine those people who literally tend to don't read instructions and, you know, overdo and live in that feeling of over, you know, exfoliation, which is not the best for your skin. So I won't recommend this if you have sensitive skin. You're better off being more kind to your skin and using a lower percent AHA and BHA more often. That's just my opinion, because at this higher point of AHA, I think it's too risky for most people, and because the product is red, you cannot tell whether your skin is turning red or is a product. So I won't recommend this. This is not a bad formulated product, but the risk of irritation for me, I think, is too high, so I won't recommend it. I think for most people this is too much, just too much, you know. I thought that was the last one, but this is actually the last one. I have this bottle, which you can tell is empty. This is Isopure Low Carb Protein. This is a Dutch chocolate. And I love this. I love this because of the taste. And let me explain how I like this protein. If you get this and you get the, I would try to put a picture here. Hopefully I can find it, but I get these blueberries from Costco, and they're the organic ones, and they taste so good. If you put like a cup and a half, maybe 2 cups, probably 2 cups because I tend to eat a lot, and put a scoop of this and a little bit of almond milk and 2 packets of stevia, splenda, one of those ones. I normally get the stevia from the brand Splenda. So you know, it's not actual, you know, pure stevia, so it's not as bitter. And once you get that and you mix everything in the blender, this tastes like, I don't know, it tastes so good. It tastes like candy. It tastes like something that should be like 1,000 calories. I don't know, it just tastes so good. It is one of my favorite things to drink. It tastes so good. I'm not even kidding, I'm not lying. That tastes like candy. So if you can give this a try, I would say go for it because it tastes so good. I literally get obsessed sometimes drinking that smoothie. Is so good. And you know, it's a really healthy thing. You know, you have a little bit of carbs, you have a little bit of protein, you might get fats from something else, but you know, you can always add a spoonful or eat a spoonful of, you know, peanut butter or something like that. But this as before working out, or as a breakfast, a part of your breakfast, as a snack or something like that, is super good, fulfilling, good, you know, calorie wise, and you know, it just tastes really good. More than anything, it tastes super good. So there you have it. Those are my empties. The last empties of this year. I still have some empties that they are from the beginning of the year and the last year in where I used to live, because at the moment I'm living with my parents, you know, COVID. And so I don't know if I would, you know, show you those ones later on, but that will be pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I hope you all have a good day. Bye.